Hey, Dave Knight here, 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. Yeah, look what they do now, huh? Congratulations on successfully passing the Trader Combine. You get a funded trader certificate. So I guess I should laminate this. And then obviously you have the big ass agreement that you got to sign, and you have to pay for your data fees as well. So I'm going to go into the funded account this time, and not the pro funded account. Reason being that you can't withdraw, like earn a certain amount of money and withdraw it. So I'm going to go straight into the funded account. I actually passed the funded account a while ago. I just have been extremely busy recently. Just to bring up to speed, I'm work full time at the Stadium Casino Westmoreland, table games dealer. I specialize craps and blackjack. I can do some carnival games and whatnot. But anyway, long story short, I work the grave shift, 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. Most days, 5 days a week. Got a couple days off. Usually Mondays and Tuesdays is my day off. And what I've been doing recently is just trading the afternoon. Last hour and a half of the trading session, basically on Chicago time. If you're looking at Chicago time, I've been looking at about was at the 12 to 1:30 mark, or my time 1 to 2:30. So yeah, 12 to 1:30. Really looking at the last half an hour of trading, the 1 to 1:30 mark. As far as the funded account goes, that's what I'm be doing as well. I'll be looking at the last hour and a half to the last half an hour of trading in the crude oil futures market. Once again, that's the market that I've been able to get into the funded account on many. I've lost count. I think it's either 14 or 15 times I've been funded over 5-6 years with a TopStep. So, and I've been able to take money away every so often. The funded account this time, I'm going into the funded account. You start at a zero balance and you work your way up, right? So you get to start, I believe, at 2 lots on the $50,000. By the way, I passed on the $50,000 account this time. There is no $30,000 combine, so I had to do the $50,000. It took me about a month or so, I guess about less than 20 trading days to get both step 1, step 2, and then move on into the funded account. I documented some of that, on my YouTube channel. You can go through it and look at it. The TopStep Trader journey that I've went through. It's over 100 videos plus that you can view to your heart's content. All the different odds and ends of how to accomplish and how to pass the combine. Everything's in there. How I've got there, how I've been able to get through, how I've been able to get back into it again. The biggest challenge I have with the combine, obviously, is me. What you got to do is not go over the max daily loss. That's usually my biggest fault that I have. It's not all the other things. It's just that I get to the point where I just say F it and go for max daily loss, and I pass it or I don't pass it based upon the max daily loss. Now, what are my goals this time as I'm looking at the funded account is basically going at a 2 to 1, like a half an R to an R risk, going after 2 or 3p profit target, period. Just get in, get out, be happy. Last half an hour trading, if you followed me at all, I'm looking at a 1.5p to 1/2 R on 2 contracts. That's kind of the targets that I go after. Usually I put that target, I put my loss way up there to start with, and then I move it in quickly. The reason being is I don't want to, if it moves 10 ticks against me quickly, I don't want to just get knocked out if it just goes and shoots up quick and then sells off. Once it makes that little stop, now obviously 1R is what I'm, if 20 ticks is 1R and 40 ticks is 2 contracts out, so if 1R is 20 ticks, I'm trying not to go past 40 ticks on that one trade on a 1R target. So basically 2 contracts in, one off at 20, the other off at 20 ticks, so basically a 40 tick stop loss if it was a 20 tick R, so R being the risk. And if you're looking at 1.5 on 20 ticks, that's basically what, 30 ticks. So I'm looking at a 30 tick winner versus a 20 tick loser roughly. Now if I divide that and at the 1/2 R mark, you're looking at a 10 tick loser versus a 30 tick winner roughly. So that's kind of the overall goal. So if you look at that, that's that 3 to 1 that I'm talking about. You got a 30 tick against 10 ticks, so it's 3 to 1. So hopefully that helps you. That's kind of the overall goal that I'm going to be looking at. Most of my trades are going to be on the short side in the market, looking at the market to fall and to close lots of times for it to offset a big gain, or if it's come down a lot during the day, maybe taking a long signal coming up, or a failure into close for the last half an hour. Bracketing that market. Sometimes you'll see me do that. I'll bracket the market, see which way the market wants to go in that last half hour, shoot up or shoot down, try to take advantage of that situation, try to do the best I can to move forward. What's the overall goal right now? I want to get my funded account. I think you can withdraw up to half your earnings if I read everything correctly. If I'm mistaken, please comment down below. So once you get to 5,000, basically, I'm going to go and take 2,500 out to $2,000 out and leave about 3,000 to 2,500 after I get to 5,000. That goal of that pretty much is to get there before the end of the year. So if I get approved, I should be getting approved for my funded account sometime this week or early next week. And so I'll have basically all of October, all of November, and most of December. I usually stop trading around the 15th, 16th of December, depending upon about 10 days prior to Christmas. And I usually don't start up until the second week of January. I usually take a month off at that point in time, the end of December into the first part of January. Likewise, I like to take time off in July as well from trading. Usually I take about a month off in July most times. So as far as I look at my day trading, I like to look at it from January to June, and then basically from August through December. That's kind of the time periods that I look at. So you got your spring season, you got your fall season, is how I look at trading pretty much as an overall. Hopefully that helps you. I wanted to bring you up to speed over the last few minutes of what's going on in my life. Basically, the way I look at it right now, at least into the end of the year, as my kids are playing football, I plan on being on grave shift. And if things change, then if I have to work through the day shift, and then I'll be looking probably the first hour to hour and a half of trading between like 8 a.m. to 9:30 or something like that, Central Standard Time, basically, or 9 to 10:30 my time. I do like the grave shift. It's conducive for the afternoon trading, although I do think that there's two opportunities in the crude oil futures market. You have your morning session, then you have your afternoon session. Those are the two sessions. You're very limited in the afternoon session to trying to make a lot less of a profit target, as opposed to a morning session where you can let it run a little bit longer and get some of those 100, 150, 200 tick winners that I like to get every so often. So the morning session is more conducive to those bigger wins, and the afternoon session is kind of like you're trying to get basically, when I look at it, that 3 to 1, so 3p against the half an hour, like I talked about, 30 ticks against 10 ticks. If I'm going after, if a 20 ticks was a 1 hour and I was going after a 2 to 1 on that, would be 40 ticks, a 40 tick winner versus a 20 tick loser. So that gives you some kind of barometers that I look for. And as far as a trade, obviously taking a lot less as the market goes. So a lot of times I'll take a 1 tick winner, I'll take a 10 tick winner, I'll take a 5 tick winner, I'll take a 7 or 8 tick winner. I'll take all of those as well. A positive day is a positive day, in my opinion. Try not to let a loser, try not to let a winner turn into a loser. Try to limit your losses as best you can and look to trade that next day. There's always tomorrow as trading goes. So that's kind of the overall goal. That's a lot of information in a very short period of time that I shared with you today. This is Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next video I put together. Bye for now.